Hello, this is the trade site Forex market preview and Forex and international economic data roadmap for the week beginning Sunday, December 18th, 2016, ending Friday, the 23rd. But also, this is going to be our last one of the year. There will be no market preview next weekend for Christmas and the week after, which is going to be a short week anyways. It's also usually one of the slowest weeks of the year in all markets. We'll still make calls and whatnot, but it's going to be limited. So there'll be no preview for that one. I'm going to scan ahead a little just to see if there's anything we need to know about in the markets economic data-wise for that point. But we just got done with the Fed meeting this week and got the rate hike that we were expecting and some language about maybe some additional potential hikes in the year or two or three to come. Here's a look at the dollar index. Obviously, with the higher rates comes the dollar moving up. So we're at new highs for the dollar. And we'll look at the euro on the daily chart, obviously. Just the inverse of the dollar at this point. They're pretty much just the inverse of each other every week. Here's the pound. Didn't do much this week, actually. Aussie dollar headed much lower as the dollar got stronger. Pound yen up a little bit for the week. Euro yen drifted higher for the week. Pound Swiss dead flat. This is what the last week of the euro looked like in almost everything, most likely. New Zealand dollar got hit a little bit. So, I mean, there was some action. Let's take a look at the 30-minute charts of the various symbols. Just a couple we've traded the most. So the euro dollar high to low for the week is just short of 300 pips, almost 300 pips. Most of the move was, starting the Fed announcement. You can see that with the gap on Wednesday, and then it kept going. We had a nice winner out of that, actually. And then that was most of the move. Then the pound dollar, same thing. The move started with the Fed. High to low for the week here is about, it's more like 350 pips. So Monday we were up, Tuesday flat, waiting for the Fed. Then Wednesday after the Fed dropped, Thursday dropped more, and Friday we were done. All right, let's take a look at the economic data that's coming out this week. So Sunday, building consensus out of New Zealand, trade balance out of Japan, building business confidence out of New Zealand. We got Europe's Germany IFO business climate, CB leading index out of Australia, flash services PMI out of the U.S., New Zealand's FPI, Australia's monetary policy meeting minutes. We got the Bank of Japan rate announcement, so they didn't have one last week. They'll do it here, and then their press conference. Going into Tuesday, Swiss trade balance, European, the German PPI, and the current account out of Europe. CBI realized sales out of the UK. Wholesale sales in Canada in the morning here in the U.S. China's CB leading index. New Zealand's trade balance, visitor arrivals. Australia's MI leading index, credit card spending out of New Zealand, Japan's all industries activity, public sector net borrowing in the UK coming into Wednesday, Belgian business climate, consumer confidence out of Europe, US existing home sales, the weekly crude oil inventory number, GDP out of New Zealand, consumer confidence out of the UK, German import prices, the European economic bulletin, Italian retail sales. Canada has their CPI and their retail sales. U.S. has the final look at GDP for the third quarter. Not a big deal. Core durable orders, the weekly unemployment claims number, the final GDP price index. We got HPI, that's the housing price index. Core PCE price index, personal income and spending, CB leading index. The natty gas numbers, that's the weekly number here in the U.S. Then Japan goes on bank holiday. The U.S. markets are still open fully on Friday, despite the fact that it's the 23rd. Europe's got German consumer climate, French consumer spending, current account out of the UK, along with final GDP, index of services, revised business investment, Canada's GDP, new home sales out of the US, and revised University of Michigan sentiment. Remember that Christmas is Sunday, so the bank holiday is Monday, so we wouldn't have any calls next Sunday. We'll resume calls the following week on Monday night going into Tuesday, so it'll be a 4-day week, but again, not expecting much for that week. Then we start the new year, and again, Monday will be a holiday because New Year's is Sunday, bank holiday on Monday, and then we'll get going, and then we're into 2017, believe it or not. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week, and have a great Christmas and a happy New Year. Happy holidays to everybody.